Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel for the season finale. Pep Guardiola's reign as Manchester City manager will be over after today's episode. It is episode 12, I think, of season 4. We've got the FA Cup final against Tottenham Hotspur and the Champions League final against who? Shall we have a look? So we've got Fulham at home, Leeds away, which will play the Leeds away game. Perhaps, I don't know actually, maybe just leave the Premier League. The final game of the season will be in the Champions League final against Real Madrid. What a final that's going to be. But first, eyes on the Premier League final against Tottenham Hotspur. This is how we're going to go with for the FA Cup final against Spurs. Geronimo really starts and goal. It's Cancelo, Captain Diaz, Guardiola and Sosa at the back four. Roger in the holding role with Kevin De Bruyne and Frankie de Jong in front. Captain will be, of course, Kevin De Bruyne. We've got Jack Grealish on the left, Diaby on the right, and Phil Foden through the middle on the bench. And Alvarez, Savio, Soboslai, Maximo Perron, Phillips, Stones, and Mike Maignan. FA Cup final. Here we go. There is the FA Cup. There is Wembley Stadium. This is the trophy we are battling for today with Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham, we stopped them from winning the Carabao Cup. Look at that goal from Diaby there. We stopped them winning the Carabao Cup with a semi-final win over them. And it looks like we could stop them winning the FA Cup as well. No trophies for Antonio Conte's Spurs in this massive FA Cup final. Joao Cancelo on the Tifo banner there. Joao Cancelo, what a player. City versus Spurs, two of the biggest sides in the Premier League. Spurs not at the level of us in the Premier League, of course. And there is the FA Cup teams. There is the trophy. City versus Spurs. It's live. This is the Spurs side for Antonio Conte in the final. Soria, Davies, Under, Alla, Odgogi, Sarr and Troy Parrott on the bench for them. Alex Romero starts in goal. Emerson Royal, Aldmir, Alaba, Ginter, captain, Sessegnon on the back five. Milinkovic, Savic, partners, Carlos Soler there. No Marco Verratti today. It's Kane, Rodrigo and Son, the front three. Derby, Foden, Cancelo. Cancelo crossing here. David Alaba away. And Frankie de Jong back down to Sosa. City already trying to create their first chance of the game. Frankie, Diaby. De Bruyne on the left foot. Falls to Phil Foden. Dealt with by Ginter. Played up to Diaz. Back to Guardiola. City continue their attack. Phil Foden. Into Jack Grealish with a ball. Grealish. Grealish! He's not scored again. I was about to say he scored again. Hits the post. Foden. Grealish! 1-0 Manchester City. And Jack Grealish's goal-scoring form is just skyrocketed him as a footballer, hasn't it? It really has. Another goal for Grealish. Foden just sees him making that run. Little clip in behind Aldmir, I think it is, the centre-back. And Jack Grealish with a header. That is goal number how many in the FA Cup for Jack Grealish? 4 in 5. That was such a bad foul by Diaz. Nothing given. De Bruyne. Head up now. Oh, what a ball to Diaby. Diaby! Oh, wonderful save by Romero. Lost that yard of pace over the past season. De Bruyne. Diaz with a chance to tackle. Still Savic goes through. And we're lucky he didn't score there. Foden, good skill. Sosa. Grealish! Oh, save by Romero. Diaby can't get there. Cleared away. Emerson away. Rodrigo up and underneath it. That is Spurs' tactic at the moment. Half time, we lead 1-0 in the FA Cup final. Should be more. Personally think Diaby should have scored that chance when he went through. De Bruyne. De Jong. Foden. Great feet. Foden! Foden! What a goal from Phil Foden! It's Lionel Messi-esque. It is Lionel Messi-esque there, Phil Foden. He just swaps the ball from the left to right foot unbelievably. Look at this. Well, see you later. What a goal from Phil Foden. Manchester City's Lionel Messi scores. 2-0 City in the FA Cup final. And Spurs are now got to come... Well, they're now expecting not to win this, aren't they? They've got to come forward here. Trophyless again, Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, he's beat Guardiola to it, actually, which is a big surprise. Harry Kane. Harry Kane! Good save by Geronimo Rulli. To Diaby. Oh, bad touch. Foden. Kevin De Bruyne. Captain to score. Captain does score. 3-0 City. Kevin De Bruyne gets an FA Cup final goal. And look what it means to the players around him. They love Kevin De Bruyne. They're sad to see him go. 35 years of age. Leaving Manchester City as a hero, as one of the most decorated players of all time. He starts to pull out a bit of flair, perhaps. De Bruyne. Oh, what a ball! Alvarez! What a ball! 4-0 Manchester City. Alvarez comes off the bench and scores immediately to make it 4-0. What a ball. What a ball. Alvarez, the touch as well. Doesn't even try and lift it over the keeper. I could have done, just hammers it in. 4-0 City. It goes from bad to worse for Spurs. Laid away, Guardiola. Should we go for it? Ooh, Guardiola. Nearly puts one in the top bins there. He does do. Sosa. Savio into David Alaba. Behind for a corner. Come on, ref. Let us lift that trophy. Swing this in for Joshua Guardiola. It's gone far to Sosa. That is full time. Manchester City 4, Spurs 0. FA Cup final. Won by Manchester City. We retain our FA Cup trophy as well. That is 3 trophies won. Can we win the Champions League as well to do the treble? That would make this the most successful season we've had here on FIFA Career Mode. On FIFA 23, the treble. All 4 trophies. Can we do it? This City team is strong enough. Real Madrid Europa League winners last season. Perhaps Champions League winners this season. We have to face them in the final. For now, we love to look ahead, don't we? Not time to look ahead. Let's enjoy what Pep Guardiola has just achieved. A domestic treble. Rulli's up there. Alvarez, Savio, Cancelo, Diaz in line. The shot of a steward's forehead. Turning back and forth. Interesting. So up steps Kevin De Bruyne. Captain again. Captain once more to lift a trophy at Manchester City. He picks up the FA Cup trophy with blue ribbons on. Because City are Champions League winners, possibly, but FA Cup winners for now. Big win for Manchester City. Up next is 2 Premier League fixtures. One against Fulham and one against Leeds United away from home. Considering we've already won the Premier League, we're going to use the highlight system to play the highlights of both those games before we get into that Champions League final. That's what I've decided to do. All my concentration on that Champions League final, but I still want to get 6 points from these final 2 games, with a rotated side, of course. It's Des Brand. Well, he's past Des Brand. Mannion off his line. Good save by the goalkeeper. What a ball to him. Alvarez. Julian. Alvarez! 1-0 Manchester City. Beats Burn Leno. And City take the lead through Julian Alvarez. Good finish by the striker, who scored plenty this season. Into Alvarez again. It's 2-0 City. What a ball. And Julian gets his second of the game. What a goal that is. What a goal that is. 50th minute. Goal for Julian Alvarez. Good find by Palmer. And good finish by the Argentinian to double Manchester City's lead. Bottom left-hand corner. Alvarez! Saved by Leno. We missed so many penalties. Is there no offsides in this? Dembele. Mbete can't clear it. Fulham pull one back. Is there no offsides in this then? It was in front of him in the pass. How could I control that? Full time, City 2, Fulham 1. The highlight system gets us a win. So a few players unsettled in the new system. David Gold is one. He's going to get promoted. And also Costa. Julio Costa, 85 to 91 potential, 70 rated already. He also wants to get promoted to the first team. And the last Premier League game of Season 4 will be away to Ellen Road to face Leeds United. Again, using the simulation system, the highlight system, which worked well against Fulham. Looking for 3 points in this final Premier League fixture. Well, that ruined the attack. Manchester City attack in the 46th minute here. Cole Palmer over it. And he looks like he's through, Cole Palmer. And he is through, Cole Palmer off the crossbar. And the Army can't finish the rebound. And behind for a goal kick. Kevin De Bruyne's come on. De Bruyne. Palmer. Grealish up against Nathan Ake. Rico Lewis. Cole Palmer! Great finish by Palmer. Assist for Rico Lewis. 1-0 City. Palmer scored in the last 2 Premier League games. He is ready for next season, isn't he, Cole Palmer? And he's given us a lead here. That is full time. Manchester City 1. Leeds United 0. Cole Palmer goal. Once again, the winner. Well, it's time for the final game in today's episode and the final game of Season 4. Manchester City versus Real Madrid in the Champions League final. Maignan starts in goal. It's Cancelo, Diaz, Guardiola and Sosa the back four. Rodri, Szoboszlai and De Jong in the midfield three. With Grealish on the left, Diaby on the right and Phil Foden through the middle. On the bench, Julian Alvarez, Kaiki, De Bruyne, Philippe Akanji, Lewis and Geronimo Rulli. Savio, Palmer, McAtee, Perron, Brandon Bete and Stones miss out on a Champions League final appearance. This is a chance to win the quadruple. Well, what a game this is. San Siro in Italy welcomes Manchester City and Real Madrid. Real Madrid, what, 14-time Champions League winners. Manchester City, in this career mode, they are 2-time Champions League winners, looking to make that 3 today in the game against Real Madrid here at the San Siro, which looks absolutely packed with Manchester City and Real Madrid supporters. City to lift the trophy in this away kit. Last time we were in the Champions League final, we faced Villarreal. The time before, we faced RB Leipzig. We haven't faced a big side in the final before, a side of this quality, which Real Madrid just might have. Well, there is that Champions League trophy that we are playing for today. This is Carlo Ancelotti's side. Antonio Blanco is the captain, in fact. On the bench, they've got Demirel, Lazari, Ikone, Zaniolo. It's Courtois in goal. Timber and Upamecano partner with Dalot and Zinchenko, the fullbacks. Ex-Manchester City man Zinchenko. Blanco, Schumann and Pogba in the midfield three. Gonzalez, Fontaine and Vinicius Jr., the front three for Real Madrid. What a side will one of their players from the Castilla, from the youth system, Antonio Blanco, lift that Champions League trophy, number 15 for Real Madrid. And we are going to play calm, collected football. We're going to play clever football. Cancelo, Foden. Back to Cancelo, great play. Cancelo, oh, where is Grealish? Why do you not pull it back to Grealish? Wow. Sosa. Diaby in there, Zinchenko away, Cancelo at the far post and away by Real Madrid. Rodri down, and so far the first 8 minutes, City have created 2 chances. Not hold the ball. Frankie, back out to Cancelo. Foden's dragged them away, Cancelo. Foden on that left foot, what a finish by Phil Foden. 15 minutes in, and City take the lead in the Champions League final. That's a class finish from Phil Foden. Absolutely class from Phil Foden. Rockets it in. No saving that one. On the turn. Catches it so well. And Thibaut Courtois, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, cannot keep that one out from Phil Foden in the Champions League final. Manchester City within 15 minutes lead by 1-0. And the confidence rises. You've got to keep the ball though. Got to keep the ball. It's the first time we've been out of possession in this game. Give them many opportunities to do anything. Rodri. Foden. See you later, Zinchenko. Diaby. Moussa Diaby! 2-0 City. Assist for Phil Foden. And City lead by 2 goals in the Champions League final. We've been by far the best team in the world this season, haven't we? And no team has been able to stop us. That's for certain. And no team looks like they're going to stop us. Every single trophy is coming Manchester City's way. Diaby with a hit. Into the back of the net past Courtois. One of the not best winger in the world, isn't he, Moussa Diaby? City lead by 2 goals in the Champions League final. The nerves that were there at the start of this game are not there anymore. But there's another second 45 minutes yet. Szoboszlai's not having a good game either. Again. He's past Diaz, is he? No. Oh, he is. Vinicius Jr. Oh, chance here. Maignan, what a save. Penalty? What a save by Maignan. What's the penalty for, referee? Joshua Guardiola. Oh, I've gone to block it. Zaniolo on. Fontaine over this penalty. Saved by Mike Maignan. Well, I said he's not going to save in penalties. He's saved his last 2. Oh, he gives it straight back to Real Madrid. Chance here. Maignan with another save. Cancelo away from Zaniolo. Scrappy. Grealish. Oh, brilliant from Grealish. And he runs at Timber here. Grealish. Past Timber as well. Grealish. To Diaby. Into Szoboszlai. Past the post from Dominic Szoboszlai. Whoa, Zaniolo's done me a bit there. Cancelo stops the cross. Vinicius Jr. Diaz, good challenge. Pogba. Vinicius Jr. What a bend on that one. But he can't bend it to the top corner. City playing purely on the counter, it feels a little bit. Frankie de Jong. Julian Alvarez. Kevin De Bruyne. His last goal for Manchester City. He's in the Champions League final. Captain KDB signs off with a Champions League final goal. We'll miss you, De Bruyne. And we'll remember that goal there that has just got us our 5th Champions League. Well, our 3rd Champions League. Our 5th trophy of the season. Phillips for Rodri. Kevin De Bruyne with the finish. What a goal from King Kevin De Bruyne. The captain. The legend of Manchester City. 3-0. We're proving it again. And here's Julian Alvarez. And Alvarez into Moussa Diaby. It's 4-0. And that is totally game over. Destruction of the Spanish side. Completely. And look what it means to the players. And look what it will mean to Pep Guardiola. A Champions League in his final season. Foden off for Kaiki. Great finish by Diaby. Brilliant, isn't it? We're going to miss Pep Guardiola so much. He's done everything he wanted to achieve. De Bruyne. What a ball into Julian Alvarez, who's off again here, Julian. Alvarez. Oh, Courtois. Stopped it going to Kaiki. Back out to Cancelo. Cancelo! Oh, and Courtois tips it over the bar. Good turn. Opens up his body! What a finish from Alvarez! 5-0 in the Champions League final. This is unbelievable. This team is unbelievable. What we've achieved is unbelievable. It does not get better than this. And I don't think it'll ever get better than this. Season 4 will never be beaten, I don't think. Season 4 will never be beaten. What we've achieved is what we thought was unachievable. A dream made in a team that has been just unbelievable. A 5-0 win in the Champions League final. And Pep Guardiola signs off with the quadruple. A Carabao Cup win. An FA Cup win. A Premier League win. A Champions League win. The major trophies online for the season. Pep Guardiola has delivered them for Manchester City. And he's created the best team in perhaps football in history here. And Erling Haaland isn't considered part of it. Phil Foden at the false 9. Diaby on the right. Alvarez or Grealish on the left. Frenkie de Jong, Szoboszlai, De Bruyne in the midfield with Rodri sitting in behind. Cancelo at right back. Borna Sosa at left back. Guardiola and Diaz or Akanji or Stones partnering in defence. And Mike Maignan in goal. And there is the Holy Grail for Manchester City. The 3rd time we lift it, 2 seasons in a row, Champions League winners. Manchester City are champions of Europe once again. And that man Kevin De Bruyne, in his final appearance for Manchester City, lifts the Champions League trophy. Incredible. Wow. So here is the season roundup. We finished the league with our record points equalled again. 104 points on the sheet for us on the table. 34 wins in the Premier League, 2 draws, 2 losses, 115 goals scored, 28 only conceded. 87 plus goal difference for Manchester City. The Community Shield winners were Manchester City, a 2-0 win over Liverpool. Emirates FA Cup winners were Manchester City, a 4-0 win over Tottenham Hotspur. The Carabao Cup winners were Manchester City, a 3-1 win over Tottenham Hotspur. As for the UEFA Super Cup, it was a Manchester City win there as well, a 3-2 win over Real Madrid. And Champions League winners Manchester City, a 5-0 win over Real Madrid, winning every trophy on the line for us this season in Pep Guardiola's final year. Winners of the Europa League were Paris Saint-Germain, 3-0 win over Chelsea. And winners of the Europa Conference League was LZ Alkmaar, beating Atletico Madrid by Athletic Club, by 1 goal to 0. Let's have a look at some of the leagues around the world as well. There should be other leagues. There we go. So who won what? The other top leagues anyway. So the Championship coming into the Premier League next season is West Brom, Brentford, then either Norwich, Swansea, Watford or Sheffield United. Winner of the Ligue 1 was Paris Saint-Germain. Winner of the Bundesliga was Bayern Munich. The winner of the Serie A was Juventus. They outdid Milan on goal difference to win the Serie A. Winners of the Eredivisie was PSV, Ajax down in 3rd. The winners of the Portuguese League was Benfica again, outdoing Porto, Sporting down in 6th. And the winners of La Liga were Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid got to the final Champions League but did not win the league. Atleti win the league. Real Sociedad 3rd, Barcelona 4th, Sevilla 5th, Villarreal down in 6. Let's have a look at the stats of the season, player stats-wise for the Premier League. Top goal scorer is Son with 31 goals in 38 games. Amazing. Our best scorers were Foden and Alvarez, 16 in 29 and 36. Assist-wise, the RB top with Szoboszlai and Foden with 12 and 13. And clean sheets, Mike Maignan top with 21 in 37 games in the Premier League. Now let's have a look at the overall stats for the team this season. Most used player this season was Mike Maignan, 51 games, including Alvarez with 50 and Kevin De Bruyne with 50. Grealish also got very close with 49 himself. Topping us in the goals then. Alvarez and Foden both finished the season on 32 goals each. And look at that. Foden, 32 goals and 21 assists in 44 appearances. That is nearly Messi level. Alvarez with 32 goals and 19 assists in 50 games. That is incredible. The RB outdoes his last season. The RB got 28 goals and 18 assists. This season, 28 goals again and 23 assists in 44 appearances. Jack Grealish got himself 20 plus goals this season. 21 goals, 8 assists. Kaiki equals his last season record of 19 goals and 2 assists. Szoboszlai 17 goals and 15 assists. Palmer got 13 and 6. De Bruyne 13 and 16 assists. Cancelo 10 assists, 6 goals. Sosa 5 goals, 6 assists. Ferreira got 5. He is obviously not one of our players who's played this season. Out on loan he has been. De Jong 3 goals, 8 assists. Stones 2, no assists. Esbrand's got 5 assists, 2 goals. Savio 2 assists, 2 goals, 3 assists. Rico Lewis 9 assists and 2 goals. Diaz has been on the score sheet as well. And topping the clean sheets is Mike Maignan. 28 clean sheets this season for Mike Maignan. He got 23 last season in 52 appearances. This season, 51 appearances, 28 clean sheets. Even better than last season. Season 4 is over. Pep Guardiola is gone. A new manager will take over. A new era of Manchester City will ensue in Season 5. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like the video if you haven't already. Please do subscribe to the channel. Consider joining the We Are City membership club where you can see all these videos early and extended episodes. What a season we've had in Season 4. I've absolutely loved this series and cannot wait for Season 5. We'll see you guys next time.